Hello there, beautiful people. This is Davina, the relationship guru, and we are back for another Ask the Relationship Guru segment. These are real life questions from real life people. If you have a question that you want an unbiased opinion on, feel free to email me. If you are facing a situation and you would like to get another perspective, email me. If you would like to get tips, techniques, or tools to use in your everyday life for communication, feel free to email me. You may email me at connect@therelationshipguru.org, or you may ask your question through my website at therelationshipguru.org. Each week, I'll take a question from either the website or social media, and I'll answer it here on Ask the Guru segment. So this week's question is really a good one. It's kind of juicy, actually. So we are going to jump right in. This week's question comes from Cheyenne in Oklahoma City. Cheyenne writes, I have been working a job I really like for about a year now. I have really learned some new skills, and I look forward to going to work every day. My manager and I get along really great. She is super cool. We have become friends. She seems to be married to a really nice guy who treats her really well. And I am happily married also. We have become such great friends that we often go out together on double dates. Well, a few months ago, my manager asked me if I could come in later and stay later to work on a project with her. She said this project could be a game changer in my career, and the project would only last about 2 to 4 weeks so that we could get the project going good. So I said, sure. So one particular evening, she asked me if I could stay a little bit later than we normally would stay to work on the project. I agreed, and I made a phone call, told my husband I would be home a little bit later. So she asked me if I could work until like 8 p.m. After a few minutes, while we were working on the project, after a few minutes, she said, I'm going to change clothes. And I'm thinking, change into what and for who? So she comes out after about 30 minutes and is dressed in a very sexy outfit. Now, I am totally confused. I did not say anything, and about 5 minutes later, this guy comes into our office. This guy is not her husband. He smacks her on the ass. They are very kissy and touchy with each other. He says to her, "Are you ready, baby? Do you have everything worked out?" She nodded her head yes. Then she turned to me and said, "Hey, Cheyenne, if my husband asks, can you cover for me? You got me on this, right, girl? Can you say we worked until like 9 p.m. and then went out for food and drinks afterwards to wind down from the project? That way I can be home by 11 and it won't look so suspicious." I must admit, I was shocked and surprised. But before I could answer, she grabbed my hand, squeezed it, and put $100 in it. She flashed her smile and walked off, like I'm still standing there shocked, like I don't know what just happened. I must admit that I was stunned and frozen. I thought she was happily married. So I sat there for a few minutes and I went home. On my way home, I really got angry because I felt like I had been set up. I felt like she was planning to use me in her alibi all along. I was furious. When I got home, I told my husband, and he was shocked. He was just as shocked as I was, but he was angry too. The next day, I went to work And I told my manager, I am not comfortable with lying for you. I told her I won't do it. So she said to me, you don't have to like my life choices. I get that. However, we do have to work together. She did tell me that she had been unhappy in her marriage for a while and she deserves some happiness and some fun. Then she said some things that made me want to quit on the spot. But I had to pause because I really like this job and I really need this job. So she told me that helping her on projects comes under other duties as assigned in my job description. So she was trying to spin it like lying for her was part of my job or part of my job duties. She said she expects me to complete projects and assignments as necessary. The project that we are working on could really be a big promotion and a raise for me. She said if I didn't cover for her, she would make my life very uncomfortable. She said if I didn't go along with this alibi, she would be setting me up to get fired. I really like what I do, and I don't want this kind of uncomfortable work situation. Hey, Guru, what should I do? I don't want to lose my job. Again, I really like what I do. Cheyenne, that's a tough one. I hate to hear that you're in that situation. It's very unfortunate. And my heart goes out to you. There is no good in this situation from what you just shared here. If you refuse, then you're basically saying that you don't support your boss, which she will want to look for evidence to get you written up and to get you fired. If you agree, well, maybe you could be blamed in another way if things go wrong, especially if her husband finds out that you knew. Either way, you are trapped in a situation. The first thing I would do is report her to Human Resources and take it all the way to the top as far as I could go, all the way up. Secondly, my dear Cheyenne, my advice to you is to polish up your resume. You're going to need to be finding a job pretty soon if you don't quit before you get fired. So start sending out your resume as soon as possible, as to many places as you can as possible. I would get out of there as fast as I can. Why be in a situation that makes you uncomfortable? In the meantime, until you find another job, document everything, every conversation, every email, every text message. I would also take advantage of anything the company has to offer, every paid class that they will pay for, every free class to polish up or to enhance or add on more skills than you already have. I would do all of that. I would also be looking within the company before you start to get, before she starts to write you up and try and build a case to get you fired. I would be looking in the company also for other positions. So be prepared for an outright challenge from your manager, especially if you decide not to go along with her lie and be her alibi. If you're not going to lie for her, I'm almost certain she's going to make your life very, very uncomfortable. Well, Cheyenne, that's my advice, and I hope it helps. Until next time, ask the relationship guru real life questions from real life people.